But what happened if the world explodes?
If the world exploded?
Yeah, like, I mean, you don't have shops where to buy like B12 vitamins and Holland and Barrett. You don't have anything. Just fields, humans, animals, and plants. Like, and then you're fucking starving. What do you do?
But
Like,
that's not the situation we're in, though. It's like... The way we stop this is by boycotting the products. We say, I'm not going to buy pig sausages anymore, I'm going to get vegan sausages. I'm not going to buy cow's milk, I'm going to get soy milk.
So you lot are all veggies in that?
We're all vegan here, yeah.
Vegan.
But before that, I was eating meat every day of my life. Never thought about it before. It's a difficult topic to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's I've trials myself, and then I end up going back.
Yeah.
And I have friends who are vegan. Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that you need to force yourself to understand to gain the motivation to stick at it and say, this is it, you know?
Yeah.
So
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
We don't get to see it very often.
Exactly. Do you think that this is a good way to kill an animal?
No. There isn't. No, there's no good way, because if we're all interlinked in some way, they got feelings too. Just as much that they just can't translate it to you.
Yeah.
But you can see it in the eyes sometimes.
Because we'd say there's no good way to kill a human that doesn't want to die.
Exactly.
Right?
You can't, exactly. So.
And the things that we do to these animals are so horrific. You know, we male chicks in the egg industry are ground up alive. Dairy cows are separated from their babies. We put pigs into gas chambers where they scream in pain, and we call it humane. Would you say this is unnecessary?
I would say that the rate at which we're doing it is unnecessary. Not that we shouldn't need them at all. I mean, that's how we evolved throughout the years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree that it's something that our ancestors had to do, something we've always done. Do you think just because we've always done something, does that mean it should continue?
Fair point. No.
Wicked. Oh, it's horrible.
It is horrible, but you have, as a consumer, you have the power to actually do something about this. And that's quite liberating, because there's so many things happening in the world. This is one that you have the power to change.
I'm being honest. It's not about that. I'm not an animal lover, but seeing that, I think
No, you don't need to be an animal lover, right?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
Seeing that
people
just makes me sad.
who campaigned to end slavery didn't need to love them. It's just an injustice. You just need to accept that it's wrong, and this suffering is wrong. So you don't need to be an animal lover not to want to hurt them, right? It's like, I don't love fish, but I'm not going to hurt a fish. I don't love you, but I'm not going to hurt you, you know?
Maybe I need to kind of, people who are vegan, as they put stuff out, then keep them on your Facebook and keep watching,
Right,
you know, like that motivation as well.
I agree. I think that's the most important thing. I think it's researching and actually understanding what's happening. You know, I think you have to become interested in their suffering and why it's happening. Because when you do, you realise that there's no logical reason for this. The suffering is unimaginable. The scale is unimaginable, because we're thinking of billions and billions of animals each year. I mean, when you really open yourself up to their suffering, it becomes quite a difficult thing. Like you probably know, once you really understand how wrong it is, it's quite hard to comprehend. But like you said, you need to understand why you're doing something. Otherwise, why would you change? Why would you know?
This is grim. You see it and you think, yes, it's so grim. But then the whole idea is out of sight when you're eating your food.
Exactly.
And that's where the problem is as well, because, but then now the fact that I have it in the back of my head, and I'm like, okay, I need to change.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing, forcing ourselves to watch it, because it's so horrible. The automatic reaction is to turn away, but if we turn away, we don't gain that motivation to do something about it. And it's like any issue in the world. If I don't see what's happening to other humans, I'm not going to care. But if I stand here and I acknowledge it's happening and acknowledge my part in it, then I will gain the motivation to do something about it.
But you see the plants, right? Sorry. Like the plants, if you don't give water, they're like this, super sad. So then...
Are they not sad? Are they sad?
Yeah, because when you talk to the plant, like, I'm sorry, it sounds ridiculous, but when you talk to the plant and give them attention, they like this. It's like kind of...
So, do you think that plants...
have sort of life as well.
They have a life. They have a life, but they're not sentient. So why did animals evolve to feel pain? What's the benefit?
What's the benefit?
Yeah.
To be wary of what's in the surroundings, right?
To avoid things that harm them.
Yeah.
Can plants run away from things that harm them?
No, but have you seen that movie with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, anyway, thanks for
No worries.
opening our eyes a bit more on that. And
I'll give you a card.
I can't promise, but we will try, and we're going to do a bit more research together.
That's how it starts, just research.
Yeah.
If you were to
Nasty, I feel my stomach.
watch one thing, something called The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear, the first one there, just type it into YouTube. I watched it 2 years ago, it changed my life. It's a really powerful speech.
I'll do that, yeah.
But thanks for stopping.
So when you're not coming back here again?
We're usually here every Friday night.
Alright, then one day I'm going to tell you that...
You're going to be wearing a mask and you're going to be with us.
I will, you know.
That would be great. You too.
Bye.
See ya. This is one thing we have the power to change because it's only happening because of our choices.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of liberating in a way to know that this is something you can do something about.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'll give you a card.
Okay. No, you're right. It's like of all the things we can do, at least we can stop suffering. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not doing anything for animals; it's just leaving them alone.
It's
like.
Not doing anything against.
Yeah.
Them,
It's like it's basic decency. It's like I'm not going to beat a dog up. I'm not doing anything for the dog. I'm just leaving them alone.
Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
It's
a non-action.
Doing something, not doing something rather than doing something.
Exactly. It's a moral baseline, I suppose. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for stopping.
Yeah.
What would you say are the positives or benefits you get from consuming these products?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And what would you say are the main negatives to the consequences of it? What are the main negatives?
Well, obviously, it's we're killing living beings for no reason, because we can survive without it, and also it's not very good. I don't think it's very good for us to eat it anyway.
Yeah, like you say, even if you have it grown nicely, taken care of beautifully, still when you kill it.
Yeah, it's like we're looking for the right way to do the wrong thing, right? Yeah. So would you say that being vegan would be more in line with your morals and more in line with who you are and who you want to be? Yes. And I was exactly the same as you, exactly the same.
When did you stop?
2 years ago I went vegan, and honestly it's been like the best decision in my life.
Yeah.
I feel better internally. I feel like I'm living in line with my morals, and it's not that I'm doing anything for animals by being vegan. It's just leaving them alone. It's just not hurting them. It's like I'm not a saint for not hurting dogs, so I'm not a saint for not hurting pigs, chickens and cows. It's just basic respect, isn't it?
Yes.
Basic respect.
But what happened if the world exploded?
If the world exploded?
Yeah, like, you don't have shops where to buy like B12 vitamins and Holland and Barrett. You don't have anything. Just fields, humans, animals, and plants. Like, and then you're fucking starving. What do you do?
But
like,
that's not the situation we're in, though. It's like
not yet.
Fair. I think wouldn't it be better that actually the whole like supply chain is rethought and the way in which we consume it and they're treated?
But I don't think the right answer is better treatment. It's like in Yulin, when people in the UK campaign against Yulin Dog Meat Festival, they don't ask for bigger cages. They say we should stop killing dogs. Full stop. No exceptions. Stop killing dogs. I don't think it should be any different for pigs, chickens or cows. When people campaign to end black slavery, they didn't say better treatment. They said no, they're not ours. They don't belong to us. And pigs don't belong to us. Chickens don't belong to us. Cows don't. These are not ours to use. Right?
We do have the power, you know. People just don't feel like they have it. But if we all just stop buying it,
it's going to be gradual. It's going to be gradual. It's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
And veganism's increased by 360% in the last 10 years. It's everywhere. No one knew what it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Supermarkets now are flooded with vegan options. Like.
Yeah, of course. But then that's the point. Is when you realize that human beings are the power, not the politicians, not the industry. It's us. What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. Nice to meet you, Jay.
Jay. Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for stopping. I know it's really hard to.
I know it's digest this shit, but it has to be done. We have to see it.
From where can you obtain the education for this, and where will you have access to all of these resources? Same as before, so it's like an easier, Hey! All right. Let's say that you stop eating meat. Like, you need access then to, from my point of view, like a bit of medical investigation, a bit of like, some outside help in regards to and advice of what you should be eating, how you should switch to this, and to have like a constant like cyclical process where you're like giving feedback as well about how you feel.
Yes.
Right.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah. But the information is all online now.
Okay.
So
we have internet.
Exactly.
Okay, fucking America.
Until the world blows up, we have internet.
We have to eat each other.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, my housemate. Yeah.
That's good enough. Yeah. There's something called.
Yes, we do. I think that's the answer.
Nobody pays for it themselves anymore. Yeah. There's something called What the Health. If you wanted to try it again for 22 days. You sign up here and you get full support. You get assigned a dietitian or a nutritionist, and
you have the answers. Okay,
and it's completely free. Completely free.
Nice. Okay.
And you get someone who's experienced that's vegan who talk to you about what recipes and stuff.
I love eggs, man. Okay, meat, but eggs.
But look,
no,
this is eggs. This is eggs.
Oh.
What's more important? Just imagine what it must be like to be them for 1 second.
I think they only feel that for 1 second.
They're born and they're confused. They don't know what's going on. They're crying for their mother.
Right.
They're in a factory. This isn't some. They're so confused. They don't know what's going on. No, they must be so scared. But anyway, sorry. Don't make you feel that bad. Yeah. So if you wanted to, you can sign up there, and you get someone you can talk to. But also, there's so much information.
Crying. I mean so much.
That's what I am. Yeah.
If you go online and type in like full day of eating vegan, there's so many different recipes. I promise you, if you type in vegan lasagna,
I know. I'm pretty sure there is something.
there'll be loads of options, and you'll find something amazing. And then you can show your friends and say, look, you can eat amazing vegan food, taste the same, but you're not hurting animals.
I think what would be cool with stuff like this, if you guys made it, like, you know, if you're on the food side, when you do like a blind taste test.
Yeah, people do that.
Really
Yeah,
catch them off guard. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah.
maybe you can do that. You can say, that, here's
I'm
the
not
lasagna.
active for it, or I'm not promoting.
This is the lasagna she cooked.
But
Thank you.
Yeah, but if you were to watch one thing on here,
yeah, I'm curious at first into the watching. I'm not telling you, I'm not yet convinced for
exactly.
this. I'm curious
This
to
right
look,
here, the best speech you'll ever hear.
Okay.
You type it into YouTube. It's like a 30-40 minute speech at university, a lecture.
Yeah.
It changed my life. I watched it 2 years ago. It changed my life. So if you watch one thing, I'd recommend that.
But can I ask, because you said that your mother was a vegetarian.
Vegan, yeah.
Sorry.
And my dad works in the slaughterhouse. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's fun.
No, it's not. Not for the animal.
Are they still together?
What I'm trying to get you to do is just go home and watch a video and then and make your own decision.
Let's go. We have the weekend house for ourselves.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Watch
Netflix
some
and
animal.
chill.
Yeah.
It was a gaming night, man. You promised.
Okay.
Wait, it's only like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
There you go. You're gonna have a great night.
So much.
Lovely
It
to
was a
talk to you.
pleasure.
You too.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Have a good night. Thanks.
too.